So they should be running in there. They should now be going in a loop around and up the stairs. There we go, into the corridor. Down they go. And voila. So you can kill as many of these as you like. You're perfectly okay just to sit here all night and do absolutely nothing, and they will just run in a perpetual loop. Greetings, survivors. This is Hell's Janitor. Thank you for stopping by the channel, and today we are going to be following on from last week's video. If you remember, we featured this particular POI as an excellent early game base and loot location. Today we're going to carry on from that, and we are going to turn this place zombie proof using nothing but materials that are readily available from day one. Obviously, as you progress through the game, you'll want to upgrade and update the materials, because as your game stage rises, the zombies will get stronger and more dangerous. But for day one and your first horde, probably even your first couple of hordes, this should more than suffice. So, with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need, apart from anything else, is you are going to need a bundle of wood, because we are going to be making this all out of wood frames. You want to craft yourself about 100 to begin with. 100 should suffice. We've already got 95. We're going to craft us another 5. We're going to give us 100 exactly. Okay, and this is the location we are going to make zombie proof. We're going to be using the existing structure, and all we are going to do, we'll just we'll have a little run downstairs. Okay, this is the location we're going to be using. Okay, right above where this dumpster is in the corner, and we are going to be making ourselves a perpetual motion looping corridor, or whatever you want to call it. Endless loop corridor. It's called any number of things. Personally, I like to take my cue from Jar Woodle, where I learned this technique from, and we call this a killing corridor. Okay, so we are going to build ourselves a little wood frame scaffold. In fact, we're going to do double loot frame scaffolds here, just so we can stand easy, walk easy. Don't worry about this. A lot of these wood frame blocks we're going to pick back up again when we're done, if they're not in the correct location. For those of you who may be brand new to the game, this is how you access your shape menu. You select your block, the one that you have in your hand or in your toolbar at the moment. You hold down the R key on your keyboard, and then you select your shape menu. From there, this will bring up this grid menu here. Okay, the first shape we're looking for is the wood wedge tip. So we select that, we press escape, that brings us out of there. We also hold down R again. We make sure that advanced rotation is turned on. If you don't do that, you have simple rotation turned on, all it will do is it will rotate about its axis, and you won't be able to get the required shape that you require. So advanced rotation there, and then we'll get all the rotations. It will rotate about just about everywhere. Now what we want to do is we want to place 2 of these like so. We want to rotate these again. We want to place them opposite, so we are placing them upside down. Now, don't worry about the fact that there is a gap here. The way 7 Days to Die physics works, as you can see there, the green frame of this block shows that it's actually touching the wedge tip that we just placed. Each block, each item in 7 Days to Die occupies 1 block space. So that green frame you can see around that wedge tip there counts as 1 block space. Every single item you place occupies that 1 spot, which is why you will find that you can't always get items that you place to join together, and you have to do like weird shapes and weird rotations and stuff like that. So don't worry about the gap. As far as the physics of the game is concerned, that block there and this concrete block here are connected. Okay, right, next thing. We're going to remove that block there. We're going to change our shape again, and we want to pick this shape here, which is the wood frame wedge steep inside corner top. It's a bit of a mouthful, I know, but that's the shape that we need. So we're going to select that. Now this is tricky because these blocks are transparent. We have to rotate this block. There we go. That's the right rotation right there. Okay, carefully does it. You want to be careful, don't fall off. You won't necessarily break your leg if you fall off of here, but you will end up If you do it too many times, you will probably end up with a sprained leg, and you want to try and avoid injuries as much as you possibly can. Okay, so we've got those two shapes in place. We go back to our shape menu again. We select our wood wedge tip one more time. Left mouse button to rotate through one direction. Press the R key on your keyboard, not hold it, but press it to rotate back through the selection. That's something that they added in a recent alpha. Exceptionally useful for building. Right, that is the basis of our corridor. Okay, it's really, really, really simple. Really simple, not at all complicated. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to run downstairs. And because we want to make this one a little bit wider than it currently is, we are going to require some extra support. Okay, we want our shape menu, we want our wood frame block. We're going to put that up there. Now, don't worry about the fact that we're placing these wood frame blocks down. Oh shit! I just picked up the wrong damn one. Oh, oops! And that is exactly what you don't want to do right there. You don't want to be doing that. Well done, Hells. Right, let's see if we can get back up here again. Make sure we don't bang our head on anything. Right, jump up one more time. Hello, place the block. Thank you. Let's walk across there. Right, let's go back to our shape menu again. Sorry, I cocked up there. Right, can we cut? Please, can we cut? Yeah, I need another take. I screwed that one up. Okay, right. Now, one thing we can do, if you want to duplicate a shape, but not necessarily the rotation, if you hover over the block, okay, you can, by holding down the R key and then clicking that button there, you can copy the shape. And if you also want to copy the rotation, if it's the same type of block, you again hold down the R key there, go copy shape, and over here you've got copy rotation. Okay, that's not the rotation that we want. The rotation that we want was there. There we go, because I completely ballsed it up. Now, just to make sure that we can't pick that block up again, we're going to fill it in. Right click on your mouse button with the stone axe in order to complete a wood frame block. Pick those up. We're going to leave those ones. I think we're going to leave those ones in place, actually. Again, I'm doing this in a slightly convoluted way because I don't want to waste any of the wood frame blocks that we've got, but we need to get to a certain place where we can actually pick some of these up. You know what? Oh, see, that's exactly what I didn't want to do right there. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. You pick up a block that's underneath another one, it falls down, you lose your block. Right, we go all the way back down to the floor, pick those up again. Okay, so you can see there, it looks like it's hovering in midair. Again, the game thinks that this block is connected to that wall, even though it looks like it isn't. Trust me, it is. Okay, right, so what we want to do, we had the wood frame block placed about there, I think. We're going to go one step back. Okay, we should be lined up about right. This is all about perspective here. There we go. We're going to go to there. We can go to there, and then we need to drop. Now, I'm going to risk this. We can drop down there. There we go. We're okay. We're quite safe. We're quite safe. Right, we can drop a few blocks there. We can add... Actually, no, let's drop down one, go down there. Right, okay. Now, we should, theoretically... be able to join those in like that without them collapsing. And again, it's really basic stuff. This all done with wood frames, really easy. But the good thing about this is if you decide that you want to leave this place as your go-to building, your go-to place, your go-to horde fighting base, whatever you want to do with it, the fact that you're building all of this out of wood frames is irrelevant, because as you progress through the game, every single one of these blocks can be updated into wood frame block number 2. From wood frame block number 2, it goes up to cobblestone if you have cobblestone on you, or you're able to craft it, or you're able to loot it. From cobblestone, you go to concrete. From concrete, you can upgrade from there into reinforced concrete. And from reinforced concrete, you can upgrade into steel reinforced concrete, which, as of Alpha 19.6, is the strongest block in the game, and it will take an absolute freaking pounding. So there we are. This is the basis of our killing corridor. We're going to step out here again. Now, this is the tricky part. We could do this one or two ways. I'm going to do it the complicated way. Just get myself out onto the edge. And we're going to add us an extra little platform that we can stand on there. And there is a reason for this, which I will explain momentarily. Now, we're going to want one block there and one block there. We're going to want... This is all done with... That is not right at all, Hells. Actually, you're talking out of your arse. Can we cut again, please, Mr. Director? Can we cut? Yeah, I need another take. I cocked it up again. Right, okay, we're going to go out to there. That's what we want. Then we want to go 1 block there and 1 block there. We want to go 1 block there and 1 block there. And we are also going to want to go 1 block. Yeah, we need to be this side of it, and we want to be... Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We need to be 1 block up. Across there like that. Across here like this. Across. Into that corner there. And up into there. Now you can see we've got ourselves, like, sheltered area, a little walled off area as well, which we can extend. We can extend this out backwards as well. It's going to feel a little claustrophobic in here. If you want to be safe from everything, including vultures, because vultures will still get you. I mean, the fact that this is made out of wood frame blocks, it's not going to last very long against vultures, but it will offer you some protection against them. Right, we're going to fill all of that in there. We're going to fill that in there, so we've got the basic idea of what we're looking for. Now, in order to get out of here, now we've got to be careful in which order we do this. We're going to get out of here. We've got to go and we've got to add ourselves a ladder column. So we're going to add ourselves another row of blocks. Okay. We've got to add ourselves 1 more row of blocks. Now, the easiest way to do it is to build these out from the ones that we already placed. And then we jump and place, and we jump and we place until we get up to the level we were at just now. If you're right in the middle, you shouldn't knock your head and knock yourself off. And you should be able to jump up there again, place that block down there, and again we've got to run all the way around in a great big circle, which is exactly what the zombies have to do every single time they decide to come and kill you. Okay, so you can see it's starting to take shape. What we're going to have to do here, I think, is we're going to have to drop down another scaffold and see if we can actually pick some of these up and hope the wretched thing doesn't collapse. Please don't collapse. I haven't tested the physics on this. I probably should have done that before I started recording the video. Right, we can pick that one up there. We can drop that down there, jump up. That's 2, that's 3. That should be enough to reach that one. We can pick up those blocks there, because we're gonna need all of these blocks. To say it's a bit of a convoluted way of doing it. Right, the next thing we're going to want to do, just because it's going to make it easier to see, we're going to fill in these as many of the bottom blocks as we can that we can actually see. Now, the key to this, in order for you to be able to get up there and be safe... What is going on there? Oh, I know, I'm trying to fill in the wrong block. Right, we're going to want... Yeah, in order for you to get up there and be safe, it's going to work on the same principle as one of my previous videos. 6 ladders is what we need. You can add yourself a ladder, which will allow you to gain access to your safe area. Okay, but it won't allow the zombies to jump up there because they can't. They won't Jenga stack and jump up onto these bottom 2 ladders. Okay, so as long as you build these ladders, again, 2 blocks shy of the ground, 2 blocks higher than the ground, however you want to phrase it, 2 blocks is the key, so you can jump and get in. Okay, then we can climb the ladder. We can fill in our wood frame blocks as we go. Fill in our wood frame blocks as we go. You don't need to do this on day 1, but it makes it look a little bit nicer, I think. We're going to fill in all the outside ones that we won't be able to reach from the inside, and you'll see what I mean about how it's going to feel a little, it's going to look a little claustrophobic when we get inside there. Oh, that was nice. A little bit of level up. See, I forgot that you gain XP for all the building as well. If you're lucky enough to have looted some XP goggles whilst you've been out and about before you started building this place and before you fight the Horde, put your XP goggles on for your XP boost. Your nerdy glasses, I believe, is what they're called. If you're lucky enough to have any. Give you a little bit of an XP boost. Okay, so we filled in the outside blocks there. Let's fill in the floor. Should be able to join all of this together, and theoretically it should all stay up. Now, this is what I mean about needing plenty of wood when you go to do this, because it does take a little bit. All right, fill all of this in here. Fill all of this in here, and then we're going to get to when the magic happens. So we fill that one in there. Knock that one in there. Okay, we can step outside here. We can fill in that outside block there. A lot of these blocks you can reach from where you are, so you don't have to worry about it. Again, all done with a stone axe, all done with day 1 tools and weapons that you can find as you go along. Okay, right. we are looking pretty good. Next job is going to be to extend the walls of the corridor. Okay, well, actually no, the next job we're going to do is we're actually going to have to block in this area with a nice little wooden bar. So we select wood, not wood pole centered, wood pole. Okay, advanced rotation should still be active. We put our wood pole in across there, which means the zombies can't get to you. When we're the other side of that, when we've climbed up our ladder and we're standing in there, okay, that's our safe spot. That's our safe spot right there. Right, we can fill that block in there. We can go over to this one, fill that block in there. There's going to be one that we can't reach from here, but we'll do a little scaffold and we'll get that one from the floor. Okay, so it's beginning to look a lot like a corridor. Right, we hold down R for our shape menu again. We pick our next shape, which is going to be wood frame half block. Select it, press escape to come out of the menu. Get your rotation. Oh, actually, we could have done the other side first. We get your rotation in place. We go. All we do is we place all these blocks like so. And then in order to give yourself a fighting chance of actually being able to kill some of the zombies, we're going to extend this out over the concrete floor. Oh, that's one too far. Right, put that one in there. No, that one's too far. We'll pick that one up when we're done. We may have to craft a few more because we're almost out. I think 100 blocks was a slightly conservative estimate. Let's craft us a few more blocks. We'll craft another 25 just to be on the safe side. Copy the shape, hold down R, copy the rotation, so we go back to where we were. Extend these out across here. Now, the reason we're extending this out across here is because when you're standing in your safe spot, you will struggle to kill the zombies. Now, before Horde night is over, I mean, when it starts at 10 o'clock, the zombies start to spawn. The higher your game stage, the more zombies you get, up to a maximum. I can't remember what that maximum is, but there is a maximum amount of zombies that you will get that will spawn on a Horde night. When you get to 4 o'clock in the morning, unless you actually kill every single zombie in the night as they spawn and before they respawn, they'll just keep on coming. Especially in later game stages, they'll just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. They just keep going on a loop until it gets to 4 o'clock in the morning, when the spawning of the Horde zombies will stop, assuming that you've left your daylight settings on the default at the start. So Horde runs from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. Okay, then they'll stop. However, whatever zombies have spawned during Horde night will still be there, and you will have to dispose of them in some way, shape, or form. And the reason you extend this corridor out like this is to give yourself a fighting chance of being able to do exactly that. Now, how close can we get? We are literally right on the edge here, but we can reach every one of these blocks. So we're going to fill in all of these. Again, it's all, again, you know, I could have used the dev menu. I could have spawned in concrete blocks and we could have made this out of concrete or flagstone or cobblestone. Just as a little tip, by the way, one thing it's a personal preference of mine, I personally would not recommend crafting flagstone blocks. Flagstone blocks are generally they're still fairly easily destroyed by zombies. They're quite expensive materials wise. I personally don't think they look very good. I would rather go and gather the extra timber and the cobblestone that you actually require to upgrade them from wood to cobblestone. That way, every single time you upgrade these blocks, you can see in the bottom right hand corner, unless it's been obscured by my avatar, that my XP bar is going up and up and up. Every single one of these blocks that I fill in, I'm getting XP for. When I upgrade these blocks, I get XP for them. So you can't upgrade from wood to flagstone. If you place flagstone directly, you'll upgrade from flagstone to cobblestone. So to my mind, it doesn't make any sense to do that. You might as well upgrade to double thickness wood, and then from double thickness wood to cobblestone. And cobblestone has 3 times the hit points of flagstone anyway. Plus you gain the extra XP. Sure, you lose the materials, but you gain the extra XP. Right, now we're going to leave that there as an extra layer of protection. I'm fairly certain that we could potentially pick those up and actually not have the thing collect. Yeah, all right, let's not leave them there. Let's get rid of them. Okay, let's go back to our shape menu one more time, because we're going to build a little scaffold. Put our wood frame blocks down here. We're going to jump up by about 3. I think 3 blocks should do it. We can reach that one. Fill that puppy in. We go 1, 2, 3 down there. We do the same over this side. Doesn't really mean anything. It's purely aesthetic. It's just I don't like seeing empty slots like that. Okay, there we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is about all it takes to build an effective killing corridor. One thing you will probably want to do is put a roof on it. Again, you put a roof on it, it's going to feel a little bit claustrophobic in here when you fill this in. It's entirely up to you. You can leave a gap on the side with you can put a hatch on there. In fact, what you can do is you can do some more ladders there, and you can leave a hatch on there if you want to. Did I even craft that? I didn't even craft that, did I? Let's craft a couple of ladders. We'll put those in there. Now, be very, very, very careful climbing up here and getting out onto the roof. The reason I say that is because it's very easy to yeet yourself off the edge. Right, so we can fill those in. We can go for a hatch. I think it's called a hatch, wooden hatch. There we go. We'll get our wood. Oh, God, I've did it again. Craft it, hells, for crying out loud. What's wrong with you today? Honestly. Right. Oh, come on. Equip it. What is going on here? There we go. Right. Right, and what I like to do is I like to place the hatch in such a way that when it's open, like so, you can't, like, you know, run out, and the hatch will block you from being able to run out and, like, yeet yourself over the edge. So that's why I place the hatch that way with the hinge on this side. Stop yourself, basically, from falling over the edge. One more thing we maybe want to add is a door. You don't need to add a door, but it will definitely stop vultures from flying in here and screwing you over. So we'll add one more thing, which is a door. It's also your escape. Should any zombies actually manage to break in through here, which is really, really, really unlikely, but should they be able to break in through there, that's your escape hatch. In case anything jumps across or breaks through the roof, or for whatever reason you need to get away, that's your escape. And whoops, daisy, careful on the ladders. And there we have it. That is essentially our zombie-proof junkyard POI made entirely out of wood frame blocks. Now, the moment of truth is upon us. You can see what we've done here, and you'll see why I made this corridor the length I did. We could add some finishing touches to this, just in case the Jeffreys decide that they wanna stop down here and they want to decide that they want to bust this up. When they drop down on the floor, they can go into like frenzy mode, which is like, you know, a destroy everything mode, where they'll basically they just go berserk and they attack whatever they can see. Actually, why don't we fill this in as we go? That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? There we go. Fill that in as we go, and then we don't have to worry about it. So you can add some extra supports to the bottom, but realistically, I don't think you need them. In my earlier testing that I did, just to make sure that this was actually worked, because I've not played from day one and used this POI in a very, very, very long time. So I just wanted to go in ahead of time and make doubly sure that it would in fact work. And in my playtest, it did work, and they did attack the bottom blocks. They only attacked them a couple of times, and that was usually because they took fall damage, and fall damage seems to be what makes them go nuts. But there we are. There is our corridor. Now you can extend that out across that concrete floor. You can extend that out as far as you want. If you're going to be standing there with ranged weapons trying to pick off the stragglers as Horde night has ended, then obviously the longer you make this, all you've done is you've made a funnel for the zombies, for them to get into a kill box for you, so you can take them out nice and easy. And with that basic bow and arrow, it can be a bit of a long-winded process. So you can make that as long as you want, but we're going to, for demonstration purposes, we're going to leave that exactly as it is right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go back downstairs. We're going to get ourselves up and safe in our killing corridor. Up we go. Now, we don't have very many arrows. We're going to make sure that our spear is repaired, because we've got stones on us. So we can repair our spear, because that does come in useful. We did that with 6 blocks remaining, so I reckon 125 blocks to start with, and about a couple of thousand wood will be what you need to actually make this thing. Right, we can repair all of that. It's all repaired out of wood. It's all repaired out of basic materials. But there we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to use our debug menu. We're going to drop that back down to day 7. We're going to fast forward that up to about 21.9. Oh, it was right there. I had it. 21.93. There it is. We're going to escape from there, and we're just going to stand here We're going to close our hatch just in case any vultures do turn up. And we're just going to stand here and chill. And see what happens with our zombies. Now, again, you may remember from the last POI, from the last video, sorry, how I explained how these thin metal walls and thin wooden boards and whatever offer you a little protection while you're in here looting. Believe me, it's going to offer you absolutely zero protection during Horde night. They are going to smash their way through there without so much as a by your leave. But we're going to sit tight and we're going to wait. I'm going to have the pants scared off me by the thunder. There we go. They're in. Now let's see where they go. Now, if I'm correct, and I remember this from last time, they should run along here. They should run into the building. It's hard to see. But they should be running inside the building. I don't hear any zombies bashing on the bottom part of the block, on the bottom supports that we put down. So they should be running in there. They should now be going in a loop around and up the stairs. There we go, into the corridor. Down they go. And voila. So you can kill as many of these as you like. You're perfectly okay just to sit here all night and do absolutely nothing, and they will just run in a perpetual loop. Again, they do take full damage. They may start attacking the corridor down below, but for a day 7 Horde, we should be absolutely fine. And now you can maybe see the reason why I explained earlier about making this corridor longer. So you've got a slightly longer funnel, so you've got a little bit of an angle. Of course, if you're a better shot than me, you'll obviously do a lot better. But you've got a little bit of an angle there to try and shoot them, because when they start moving fast, and they do move quickly, you only have a finite amount of time when they come around that corner there to be able to get an arrow away. Now, I would say aim for center mass. I wouldn't worry too much about headshots if I were you. I would just aim for center mass and just do whatever damage you can. And try not to do what I do. Try not to snatch at the shot. Try and take your time. Line the shot up. If they come around the corner and they hug one side, you know, that gives you a guide rail for you to be able to shoot them with. And yeah, like I said, just aim for center mass. That's all you got to do. And there we are. We have now a complete zombie-proof POI, including being safe from Horde night. This is as effective as a Horde base as you can ever make. You can take this technique and you can make just about any POI you like zombie-proof by using and modifying this technique. But essentially, the principle of the technique remains exactly the same. And you can choose to oh god, I was going to say you can choose to shoot as many of them as you like, unless you're me and you can't aim properly. Now, if you have a spear, there is a chance that your spear will actually reach the zombies just by stabbing them, because the reach on the spear is a lot longer than the knife. But in my experience, it doesn't really do an awful lot of damage, and you'll be standing there and you'll be stabbing away at zombies forever. That's if it does in fact reach. I may have built this one too far away for the spear to even be effective. So it may just be ranged ranged weapons or nothing at all. If you're confident enough, you can move this closer. This area that we're standing on here, you can move it closer to that concrete area there, so you're actually within melee range. So if you don't have any ranged weapons, if you don't have any bows and arrows, you can actually stand there and use your spear or your knife or your club or whatever weapon it is that you that you have on you at the time, and melee the zombies. However, bear this in mind: if you do decide to do that, not only will you be able to melee the zombies, but if you can reach them, you can rest assured they can reach you. So, you know, risk and reward. It's a bit of a trade-off. Me personally, I'd rather stay out of arm's reach and take my chances with a wooden bow and arrows. But again, the decision is entirely yours. Just going to let this Horde night play itself out. I'll fast forward this to the end of the video so we can wrap up. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a minute or two. Okay, guys, there it is. I think that is all of our zombies killed for our Horde night at 20 to midnight. We got a few arrows that we can come back here and collect because I'm a terrible shot, as you may or may not have guessed. And there we are. Our Horde base, it would appear, is completely intact. There doesn't appear to be any damage. There's no damage down here whatsoever that I can tell. They haven't attacked this at all. No, we're completely safe. And there we are. That is how we turn this particular POI from an excellent early game looting location and starter base into an actual Horde base. So, ladies and gents, thank you for sticking with me through to the end of the video. Be sure to drop a sub and a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed the content and you'd like to see more stuff like this. Also, every Monday through Friday on Twitch, we have a live stream. Starts at 5 p.m. BST or GMT, depending on what the time zone is in the UK at the time. But we always start at 5 p.m. We're live for a minimum of 5 hours. We play a lot of survival games over there, including 7 Days to Die. So link for that will be in the description down below. I'd love to see you guys over there. Be sure to come and check us out over there. But until next time, ladies and gents, that is it from me until next week. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully catch you guys in the next one.